Hi everyone, welcome to the CD Cave. I'm Jack Burial. Today I'm back with another video in my series, What's in My Collection. Today I decided to do the band Boston, a band that's been around since the 70s, but unfortunately they don't have a big discography. They've taken forever in between albums, especially in the later years. They go a long time before they put out an album. Still a popular band though. But I find like they came out really big on their first album, and then after that, every album that came out got weaker, especially their last release. To me, it doesn't really sound like Boston that much. There's little parts here and there that sound like Boston, but overall, I don't find it sounds like Boston that much. But I'll be going through them, and they are in order this time. Um, so before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Hit like, leave a comment down below, maybe what you think of the band Boston. Things like that, I'd really appreciate it. I enjoy reading the comments and that. And thank you for all the new subscribers. That got me over 400 last week. So now I'm going to try and get to 500 before the year's out. I've been doing these videos now for 8 months. So my goal was to get to 500 in a year. So we'll see what happens. So to get going, of course, the first one to debut, probably one of the best rock albums ever to come out. Although when it did come out in 1976, I did play this, and my friends too were constantly playing the vinyl. When we have get-togethers and parties and stuff like that, we were constantly playing this album all the time. It was always on the turntable. Excuse me. But even now, I still listen to it. An album I never got sick of. Some albums, sometimes you get sick of them being overplayed and stuff. But there are rare times that I do have the radio on, and if one of the songs from this album comes on, I don't shut it off or change the channel. I enjoy it, and I actually still play the CD. Excuse me. More in the feeling, peace of mind, foreplay, long time. Rock and roll band, smoking, hitching a ride. Something About You and Let Me Take You Home Tonight. Yeah, from 1976. Yeah, an album that's really hard to beat. And it was so different when it came out too. The sounds and stuff like that was really different. Next, Don't Look Back. A little bit weaker, but still a great album. And not a bad song on here. One that I still enjoy today. Don't Look Back, The Journey, It's Easy, A Man I'll Never Be, Feeling Satisfied, Party. Used to Be Bad News, and Don't Be Afraid. This one here is very similar to the first one. The feel of it. Just the songs are a little bit weaker, but still a great album. Don't Look Back. I love the artwork too. The spaceship and the guitars and stuff. And to me, their last really great album, although weaker than the other two, is Third Stage. Still very enjoyable. One I still listen to fairly often on my playlist today. I love all the songs on here. Amanda, We're Ready, The Launch, Cool the Engines, My Destination, A New World, To Be a Man, I Think I Like It, Catch a Save, Still in Love, and Holy Man. Yeah. Another great album. And these albums are produced and arranged by Tom Schultz. He's pretty much the boss, and what he says goes pretty much. Third Stage. And the next one is a good album, but it's when it starts to get weaker. There's no Brad Delp on this one. This is Frank Cosmo that comes in and sings on this one, which is Walk On. And I do enjoy the CD. It's just not as strong as the other three. I Need Your Love is good. Surrender to Me. Living for You. Walk at Night. Walk On. Get Organized. What's Your Name? Madeline and We Can Make It. But a good album, just not as strong as the other ones. And although Frank Cosmo is a great singer, to me Brad Delp was more of the sound of Boston for me. So, but they're still enjoyable. Now this is where the albums get pretty weak, I find. Corporate America, not great. Um, this album goes for a lot of money online. I'm not sure why. Took me a long time to get this album, and I actually picked it up at a flea market. I think I paid like $1 for it, and it's in mint shape. But you go online and you see it there for $40, $50. I'm not sure why, because it's not that strong of an album. But there's some good songs on it. I had a good time. Stare out your window. The title track's not bad. With you, someone. Turn it off. Crying. Didn't mean to fall in love. You gave up on love and living for you. Not their best, but I mean, it's still a Boston album, so it's not that bad, you know. Next was their last album they put out, Life, Love, and Hope. It's probably the one I listened to the least. And although there's some good songs on here, yeah, these are the digipacks. Overall, it's definitely the weakest in their catalog. Heaven on Earth is a good song. Didn't mean to fall in love. Last Days of School, Sail Away. The title track's not bad. If you were in love someday, if you gave up on love, the way you look tonight. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like I say, they're getting away a bit from the Boston sound for me, anyways. But when I do listen every once in a while, but not one of my favorite, definitely, anyways. And that's basically it for the discography. But I do have some other stuff from them. I have Greatest Hits. Which has most of their popular songs on here. And then it has two new songs on here. Well, actually, I think it's three. It's got Tell Me and Higher Power, which is a really good song. I'm surprised I never made it on a different album or something. And then it's got the Star Spangled Banner. Not something I really listen to all that much, but it's nice to have a greatest hits, you know, sometimes. Just if you want to hear of a mix of songs from different albums, that type of thing. Yeah. Nice artwork too on this greatest hits. And next I have some offshoots. I have Barry Goudreau, one of the guitar players, his solo album. This is really good. This is really sounds like Boston. And actually, I think there's a song on here that he was written for Boston for one of the albums, and Tom Schultz turned it down. I don't know why, but it was a song, Dreams, and it does sound like a Boston song. You swear it was Boston playing it. Hard Luck, Nothing to Lose, What's a Fellow to Do, Mean Woman Blues, Sailing Away, Cold Cold World. It's from 1980. This is a really great album, and he's still playing today. He has a different band now. I can't remember what they're called, but he's put out a few albums, and he does play here and there, so he's still doing stuff. But this is a really good album, Barry Goudreau. Really sounds like Boston. And another one is RTZ, Return to Zero. I believe they have two albums. I only have this one. I don't have the second one, which is Brad Delp, the lead singer of Boston. That's on this one. And this too is a good album. Face the Music, There's No Other Side, All You've Got, This Is My Life, Rain Down on Me, Every Door is Open, Devil to Pay, Until Your Love Comes Around, Hard Times in the Big House, then the title track. Yeah. This is an album I do play a lot. I really enjoy this album. The other one the second one is not as strong, but I am looking for it. I do plan on picking it up eventually. It's a little bit harder to find, but this is a really good album. And the last one I have is Orion the Hunter, which unfortunately is the only album they put out. And this one here has Frank Cosmo, which sings on Walk on Water, the fourth Boston album. A really good singer. All Those Years is really good. So You Ran. It was a minor hit for them on the radio. Dreamin'. Dark and Stormy, Stand Up, Fast Talk, Too Much in Love, Joanne, and I Call It Love, 1984. Not a bad song on here. This is a great album. A little hard to find these days. And this one here, I also have the vinyl. I picked up the vinyl years ago, actually, before I got the CD. But this is also a great listen. And yeah, Frank Cosmo, the lead singer on here, actually has a band called Cosmo. And that's a little hard to find. But it's a pretty good album, which I do plan on picking up eventually, but I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for it. But yeah, so this is pretty good too, Orion Hunter. So that's it for the Boston. So don't forget, leave comments down below what you think of Boston and stuff like that. And hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, take care of yourselves.